was just his opinion. Yeah. That's his opinion. I get what he's saying. It do kind of sound like he's saying.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Mekakodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone and say peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means he is the deliverer, right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites. There's 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Latins, Hispanics, we're the people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel. The self-proclaimed white man, they're not white, they're red. They are the Idumeans, according to the Holy Bible. Okay? And today is July 7th of the year 2024. All right? And as you can see, we out here in the chief place of concourse. All right? The highways and the hedges, man. And wisdom is crying out to her people, you know? This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 21. This is Proverbs 1 and 21. It reads, wisdom cry without, she uttered her voice in the streets. Right? So the real wisdom is going to be found in the streets. It won't be found in the churches. Because one thing Jake do when they come up, they always ask, well, where's your church? Well, we're at church right now. Church means to call out. You know, Yahweh Shai, he sent his men unto the highways and byways to bid them unto the marriage. So right now we're crying out, which means that the doors of mercy are open. You know, and also this is that compassion, you know. We're going to go to 2 Chronicles 36 and verse 15. Second Chronicles 36 and verse 15. And the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the power of their fathers. Now, when it says fathers, who is it talking about? It's talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, that's our forefathers, you know. But only through Isaac was the seed called. It wasn't through Esau or Ishmael or the other 6 sons of Keturah. You know, the only chosen from that lineage would be Isaac and Jacob, you know. It says, and the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, all right, for the prophets. Prophet means to say before it happens, right? Rising up betimes means getting up early, rising up early, you know, going out to the highways and hedges early. And that's actually Jake's slang. You know, down there in Philly, they say early, you know. It says, and sending because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So that's why we're out here. This is the Most High's compassion. And this is also that wisdom. So we're out here to let our people know who they are, who the enemy is, where they are. Okay? Because if you don't know by now, America is Babylon the Great, and it's going to be destroyed by nuclear destruction in the third woe. And also by the concentrated energy from the chariots, you know, which they're called by the world UFOs or unidentified aerial phenomena, you know. 2 Chronicles 36 and verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High, and they do that until this day. You got scoffers, scorners. The latest flavor of the week is this guy Anton Daniels. You know, he pretty much is caught up in the FRN notes, not understanding that that's fake money and money won't deliver you. You know, it says riches profit not in the day of wrath. You know, we're not out here chasing the bag. The bag got hold of it. You know, we get money, pay our bills. You know, we live regular lives, man. You know, we're just trying to make money so that we can keep pushing this word. We can keep the ministry going. You know, we're not caught up in the allures of this world because we understand that it's going to collapse anyway. You know, it says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai rose against his people till there was no remedy. That's going to come in the form of martial law. You know, because right now it's being reported how America is invaded with all sorts of UN troops. You know, people from foreign nations are invaded this place, man. They came up through the border, disguised themselves as immigrants. You know, and they blend in with Issachar too. They blend in with the tribes down there. They speak Spanish, but it's actually an Iranian. And they got ulterior motives, man, to bring destruction to this place.
Yeah, they've already announced that NATO is having a summit coming soon.
Troops just went to Belarus. North Korea is sending troops over there. So there's wars and rumors of wars. You know, and then you can't forget what's going on between the FJs and Hezbollah. That's all out war right there. And the fire is going to keep heating up. Meanwhile, over here, your president is saying that he's a black woman. He said he's going to beat Trump in the 2020 election. You know, it's 2024, which the apostles, they deemed this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. So it just shows you, people were making fun of that presidential debate. Y'all see the recaps of that?
Yeah.
That shit is a joke, man. You know? Back in Proverbs 1 and verse 21. Proverbs 1, verse 21. And that man Biden was up there falling asleep, stuttering, squinting his eyes. I believe he's acting. You know what I mean? But I speak as a man, but I can see Trump getting in office. And he's going to bring them draconian measures.
Yeah.
Which means we could be, we don't want to, but we could see ourselves going into 2025. But that chip is right around the corner too.
Yeah.
You know?
I know y'all called one of the actually the project 2025 that they're trying to implement. It's a lot binded up in there, but the one that stuck out for me, they were saying it's targeting the homeless. It's warfare on the homeless. So I think it's dealing with making it illegal for different encampments.
Because you know what they doing that? Some of them going to be used for organ donor, and plus they're going to send some of those bullets into war.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're going to chip them too.
Chip.
Yeah.
They're going to chip their ass and dip their ass right in the war over there.
Yeah.
But
what they're doing too, mainly, is they're forcing you to stay inside the system, because at the end of the day, if you lose your job and you ain't got nowhere to go, you got no choice but to be homeless. So if they making that a crime, that makes you even more of a slave to the system, because now you have to keep your job. You have to keep funneling money into the system. You have to keep upholding the system.
Not even that. They said that there would be no more work in Egypt.
Yep.
All these jobs going to be shut down, so they're going to force you either way it goes. You still, that's what that high giggling dialect, and pressure from above and beneath.
Yep.
So either way it goes, they're going to force you into the system. So if you get arrested, that means you're going to the concentration camp and get chipped.
Yep.
Yeah.
So either way it goes, you're still trapped.
it's all part of the crafty counsel of the wicked.
Yeah.
The Hegelian dialect, pressure from above, pressure from below, order out of chaos. So they're creating chaos, which they're collapsing the economy, right? Because the dollar's already not worth anything. It's not backed by silver or gold. It's devaluating by the day, which that's why the prices of your food and everything's going up. It's because the dollar is not worth anything. It's not that the price is going up, it's that the dollar is being devaluated.
Yeah.
Then recently you had Saudi Arabia drop the petrodollar, which that was the only thing really propping the dollar up.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time before the hyperinflation comes and then the collapse comes. Shalom. Yahweh.
That's it.
This is Isaiah 10, verse 1. Isaiah 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, and woe meaning destruction. You know, from Esau comes forth all manner of unrighteous decrees. You know, going into the whole elections. You know, Democrat, Republican. You know, Trump, Biden. The illusion that you have, you know, that your vote matters, but really it doesn't. You know.
Prescribed. They give you pseudo medicine. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, they prescribe you not to get you well, but to make you more sick. You know what I'm saying? Policy.
Yep.
Philosophies that they keep you know what I'm saying? Sick.
Yeah, Band-Aid.
Yep.
This is Job 13 and verse 4. Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. So going back to what you were saying, they're not real physicians. They just band-aid the situation. You know, Excedrin, Tylenol, they even do that with the demonocracy. You know?
It's simple as evil. You know what I'm saying? It's like the trick don't really work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or if they do prescribe you medicines, it's highly addictive. So it makes you become an addict.
Yep.
Now, that's twofold. Now, they either send you to jail behind it, or they're going to send you to some type of rehab. Either way, that's money being pumped back into the system.
Well, this newer generation that's coming up, they're all pill heads, or they hooked on the weed. But the weed is not the same no more. It's hit with all type of chemicals and shit, or stronger drugs.
Yeah, over the counter.
You know,
Herbs.
Yep. It's being reported that a lot of the younger generation, they're not working, they're not doing any sort of trade, they're just at home playing video games on TikTok and shit. But these are the people that's going to be drafted. You know, they're going to get slaughtered. They're going to get ran through over there. You know, then they're drafting women, and they got all type of moles and alphabet people up in there. It's over for this place. You know? So they're going to have to pull homeless off the street. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a saying, too, it says, extreme times make strong men.
Yep.
So they're not dealing with extreme times over here. Most other third world country people are. Like, that's a big part of you staying in shape. You have to forage and gather food. You have to move around and work. These lazy motherfuckers can order DoorDash right to their fucking door.
Yep.
They're not working out. We one of the biggest obese nations in the world.
All the black women are obese.
Yeah.
You know? And you saw that movie Wally, right? You know that movie? Everybody's obese, riding around in carts and shit. That's pretty much America. That's symbolic of America. A movie called Wally. Everybody's fat. They just ride around in the hover rounds and they eat. They do everything right in the hover round.
That's crazy.
You know? But that's here. They're too complacent, and complacency kills. You know, the people, which is really no excuse. Gym memberships don't cost that much. There's really no excuse, man. There's gyms all over this. This is modern day Greece.
Right.
Yet the people are obese. But also it's the food too. So now it's being brought out how the food is 3D printed, you know, down to the damn fruit. People are finding their blueberries rubber, man. So they're getting real. We got to get out of here. That's why the Lord said I got to shorten the days, except no flesh be saved. You know, this is Revelation 13 and verse 11. Going back to the Democrat Republican. You know what I'm saying? Revelation 13. Verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and this beast is always describing kingdoms, right? When you read Daniel, it talks about the four beasts. It talks about the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, and the Romans. So this beast is dealing with NATO and the EU. So when it says mark of the beast, you got to understand it's talking about this idea is coming from a kingdom. You know, which sits where the ancient Roman Empire sat. And America is the whore that's riding on the beast, meaning America's in control of that beast. You know? Revelation 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Now, lambs are what? they're harmless, innocent. You know, so he appears to be innocent, like he's here to help. You know, and he spake as a dragon. What do the dragons do? They breathe fire. So that's those draconian measures that he's going to come down with. Unrighteous obedience. You know. This is Psalms, Book of Psalms, chapter 94. This is Psalms 94 and verse 20. It reads, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame it mischief by a law? That's Esau. He sets into place mischievous laws. You know, such as it's illegal to be homeless, but he makes it hard for you to keep a job. You do have a job. Most people that do have a job, they're still damn homeless. They live out their vehicle. You know, so you got people working 40 to 60 hours a week. They can't afford the rent. So what they're doing is they're moving to the woods to live out their car or to live out a tent to escape these high-ass damn rent prices. Or you got to have a roommate, you know?
Well, that's Esau's MO. No matter how minimal you try to live, he still wants to tax you. Even if you buy land to live, say, in the desert, where a lot of the land is cheap, you still can only live on that land 6 months out the year. So even trying to do that, he makes it impossible for you to do it. You have to always pay tribute to him somehow, some way. You're not just going to live off the grid and that's going to be that.
Right.
He's going to send park rangers out there. Hey, you can't camp here. It's illegal. You know, it's crazy.
That's why the scripture of Deuteronomy 28th chapter down, they call him the locust. Yeah. Locusts what to eat up the crops, so they devour things. So that's what he do. He trying to devour everything, take up everything for himself. Taxing.
During the time of the Romans, what they had the census, where they come and count how many people, so they know how many people to tax, so they can calculate how much they're going to receive. You know, it's the same thing here in America. During the 2020, they sent the census, kept going around people's doors and shit. You know. This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. Proverbs 29 and 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Everybody's in a state of mourning, man. Every time you go online, you see a mother unaliving her child. I saw one bitch, you know, Edomite. She worked at this top company. I'm not sure if it was Tesla or something top like that, right? And she just had a child. She threw the child out the window because she felt like it was going to jeopardize her job. She was going to have to be at home with that child. You know, so that's what this place is doing to people, man. It's putting them in a predicament. And that's part of the New World Order agenda right there. Take the mothers out the household, put them in the work field, tax them, let the schools raise the children. No?
Well, I know too, I've seen it recently where they trace back a lot of cancers and stuff that these women have, infertility, dealing with the burns, the chemicals they put in their head. They said that burning sensation, they said that's actually the chemicals scorching their membrane and leaking into their brain. So it's causing mental ill issues and other health.
I seen a documentary of it too, like a while back when I was with the other group, and they opened up a black sister in my head. They seemed like black dimple, like black spots on my brain.
But that goes in that
the chemicals, burns. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say that goes into that curse from Isaiah too. Isaiah scabs. You know, that's crazy. That goes into this man being a devil.
Yeah.
Cause I was just reading on how even your underwear, you know, if it's polyester. Well, we should be wearing mixed fabric anyway, but definitely polyester is very bad. That shit kills your testosterone,
Yeah.
sperm count.
Yeah.
You know,
Shalom, my brother.
shalom
Yeah.
fucks up your manhood.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're in hell, man.
Yeah.
Can't win here. You know, you have to put yourself in the fucking bubble. God forbid bubble boy. You know, they got chemtrails in the air. The water has atrazine, micro shrimp, fluoride in it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way we could keep the law perfectly here. There's no way our bodies can go in chariots like this, man.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Well, it says that his body's a temple. It's just a vessel to, you know, for us to work out our salvation in. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we're gonna be translated up into the ship. Like, you know, but we try our best to not do things. That's why we try to follow the dietary laws and things of that nature to the best of our ability. Not being a slave to it, but you should be eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Now you worried about you got gout in your foot. I mean, you started but not eating shit.
but that's a delicacy here.
Yeah.
You know, when these women want to go out, what do they want to eat?
Yeah.
Seafood,
Right?
shrimp, crab, lobster, clam,
Yeah.
shellfish, all that shit. Red lobster,
Yeah.
which Red Lobster is under bankruptcy right now.
Yeah.
And I believe you got this nigga Flavor Flav
Flav
trying to save him. So they put a special Flavor Flav dish on the menu.
Probably
You know?
the enemy ain't gonna say.
That shit
It's a hell of a
crazy.
drug.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
That's,
on that stuff.
that's our people, though.
Right.
This is Job 9 and verse.
The scripture is old.
Yep. Job 9 and verse 24. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the Lord gave possession of the earth into Esau. Who was Esau? The so-called white man. You know? Got the book right here by Charles A. Wiseman, who was Esau Edom. You know? In fact, let's go into that, man. You gotta expose this fucking devil. It says the legacy of Esau Edom is from page 5. Esau was the firstborn of Isaac. So that's, you know, that's who the earth has been given. That's who's the wicked in Job 9:24. It's Esau. And thus was heir to the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam to Noah to Abraham. It says, thus Esau was racially an Adamite, a Semite, and a Hebrew. This is why we call them a Hebrew Edomite. You know, the racial stock of the white race. So there you go, right there. Self-proclaimed white people, the stock of that, they're Edomites, especially the ones here in America. And over here, they're the worst. They're the worst of the worst, man. The ones down here in Australia, they're a bunch of criminals and freaks and geeks. They're the lowest of the barrel. The people over there in the land are Esau too, but they're from the seed of Amalek, and they're pointing the finger at one another. People, the Edomites over there are saying, no, you guys in America are the Edomites, and the Edomites over here are saying, no, you guys are the Edomites.
Right.
It's
You
like
know?
they point fingers like, no, that's you.
Yep.
Like, no, you did that. No, you did that. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They don't want to take accountability.
Yep.
Yeah. But see, that's Satan though, because Satan will have you in the trick bag. They have you. That's like you got a Code D. He have you committing all these crimes with him, but when the shit hit the fan, he snitching on you,
Yep.
saying he did it.
Yep.
And he was the trigger man. You know what I'm saying? But it's the Lord ultimately, because what He says, the deceiver and the deceived are mine. You know, so the Lord's doing that.
Yep.
They on trial. That's why they trying to get each other.
Yep.
Snitching on each other.
Yeah. they had revisited that Charlottesville thing, and they were doing where are they now type of photos, but a lot of them devils was chanting the Jays will not replace us. The Jays will not replace us. So that's that conflict right there with the English Edomites, the English, the British versus the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What do they consider the
Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
Yep. Those damn devils.
Yeah.
Which they're all Esau, but the Lord said, I will make the Egyptian against the Egyptian.
Yeah.
You know, brother shall fight against brother.
Right.
You know, so they're divided. This is Job 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And covered the judges is the Israelites. You know, we have the book of Judges. So Judges is a ruler or a king or a priest. Like Samson, you know, was a judge. You know, King David was a king, judge, prophet. You know,
Ultimate judge Yahushua.
Ultimate judge Yahushua.
That's the face he covered. See who it is.
Yep, who he put up as a goddamn white moat. You know.
You know, that's the 24. He said, if it ain't him, who is he? Like, I'll be getting tired with Jacob saying, oh, you blame everything on the white man that. Like, I was like, who else on the earth is doing all the wickedness then? Who got the power to do so? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into that racist shit. No, it is what it is.
Right.
Like, yeah, you know, Jake, we do wicked shit, but we ain't got the power to afford pass laws and we can break laws and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. It's clear cut. You know what I'm saying? It's like how people are so stupid. They don't want to see their enemy. Like they think the white man is their friend because they got a good spot in America. They got businesses or they doing well. They like their life. Like, bro, that shit about to get taken place.
Esau, the way Esau comes in is, matter of fact, let me just get that in Psalms because he did the same thing in the book of Maccabees. You know, this is he did the same thing to Gad. He did the same thing to all the tribes, man.
Give you trinkets. Yeah.
This is Psalms 55 and verse 21. Psalms 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Well, how did he come to Gad? He came in like he was his friend. Then he gave him blankets that had diseases in it. You know, when the Native American men went out to hunt, they left the women, children behind. He would go in and slaughter the women and children. You know, and grape them. All type of sick things. He's a coward. Shows you that in the movie Revenant.
Yeah.
You know what they were doing to the Native American woman. He actually called Gad tree niggers too. All type of bywords and proverbs on them.
Yeah.
You know.
He about to do that same thing again because he gonna send everybody off to that ward and then leave their families home. Then you went through come in straight, rape, and kill us.
Yep.
But that's why they call the Lord calling them the vessels made unto dishonor. He's a dishonorable man. But can I bring the scripture out to land back on what you were saying with the earth was given to the hands of the wicked?
Yes.
This is where he got the blessing to do that. This is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Start. Go to 38.
38. Okay. This is the book of Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, as thou but one blessing, my father, bless me, even me also.
Right, so what we got to understand is that both these nations, they received a blessing.
Right.
We received the blessing of what? Priesthood, the sons of God,
Right.
Yahshua Allah, Prince of Power, you know? But Esau wants it now. See, that's why he sold his fathers for his birthright. That represented he wanted it now.
Right.
But Jacob, he waited.
Right.
He's in the spirit of patience. They say in your patience possession your souls. You know, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Because we know we're going to get redemption and payback But the bitter part is that we gotta wait for it. We still gotta be in this world. How should I say, in the world you shall catch tribulation, but in me you're gonna have peace.
Right.
You know, but Esau wanted it so now, and that's why I'm gonna get it. That's what Paul was saying in Hebrews, man. Don't be like Esau.
Yeah.
You know. Keep going.
And it says, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. That cuckold spirit he had, that coddling, he got to be coddling, like crying. You know, the little Edomite, fucking badass kids.
Wailing like a goat.
Right. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Right, now when you go into that word fatness, you know, if you look it up in the blue letter, the Hebrew word that I believe is shaman, it goes into the oil. So what is he trying to go into these other nations for? Their oil,
resources,
their natural resources, their gold, and how is he getting it? You know, keep going.
Their lands.
Yep.
And
right, because when it says fatness, meaning he's going to dwell in the best parts of the earth. Right now, he got the land of Israel.
Right.
That's really the most desired plot of land on the earth.
Right.
All the nations over there fighting for what? To get in that land.
Right.
They're fighting to keep the Palestinians out. You know, but they're saying, no, we have rights to this land too. Yeah. They have the best parts of America, the suburbs, the rural areas. They actually own land. Right. Jake is still in the city written. Right. You know, they got the best parts of South America. Yeah. So that goes into the fatness too. Yeah. You know?
I think the scripture says he stayeth not home.
Yep.
He's a nomadic. He's a vagabond.
Yeah, vagabond.
Yeah. And
drifter.
Exactly. And it says, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above.
Right, so going into what? It's the space. This man got a space force.
Yeah, yeah.
Why you got a space force?
Stations.
You know, stations, satellites up there, mock jets, planes, helicopters, what they call them, guttle birds.
Yeah.
You know?
Broken arrow.
All type of nukes, you know, warcrafts, Delta.
Right.
You could catch a flight from here to Japan.
Exactly.
You know, so we're in times where knowledge have been increased, but that's part of this man's blessing, and also the direct energy weapon to that dude.
Right.
You know what they did down there in Maui.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And 40 going on do and by thy sword shalt thou live.
So how he's going to get all these things through his military might.
Killing and pillaging. Yeah.
That goes into him being the hammer of the earth.
Right, right. The Most High's sword, the chastity. And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
Right, because during the time of David put their ass under subjection. He put barracks in their land. There was in slavery. Right. You know?
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
The Renaissance. Because even when you go to the Dark Ages, so-called Dark Ages, the medieval times, what Jake did was they took over Rome at that time.
Yeah.
They overthrew Esau, chased them out the cities. They said, let us dwell in the caves, which is why today they're called Caucasians, which means cave dweller.
Right.
You know, but then during the time of Renaissance and before, they come out, married to the royal families, killed Jake off. You know, because the first slaves came from Spain, and I believe the Moors were up there, and the last stronghold of the Moors was Granada, Spain.
Yeah, Portugal. Yeah.
You know, so they were coming out, taking Jake over. Yeah. But it was Roman Empire had to come back because it said the deadly beast received a wound, but then that wound got healed. You know.
Right. And just to finish it, I guess with 42. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. 41, excuse me. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing.
Right. It doesn't say Jake hate Esau.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see why Jake is still like, I don't hate the white man.
Right.
And do you know what happened to you in slavery? You know what they did to you, your woman? How they separated families?
Yeah.
You know? But Jake don't have the spirit. Most Jakes don't have the spirit to hate Esau.
Yeah.
You know?
But that was a curse. That said it would be a perpetual hatred. So it would be an ongoing, forever type of thing Esau would have. What's that? The enmity between
serpent and the seed. And the seed of the woman.
That goes back to like the Sue Dub that owned the liquor store on Joseph. You know, he was talking to him. Like, oh, I don't want to deal with racism. I said it is what it is. Because he think because he has business, you know what I'm saying, he think he's flourishing in this country. He don't see America coming down. Like, this place is no, America's gonna, you got an old fool Jake coming in. Nah, man. I said, man, y'all dudes are stupid. I like, y'all done. Y'all through. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's disgusting.
2/3 of our people, man, we have no king but Caesar.
Yo, I got this. Can I read this?
Yep.
It's called the sign. It's the signs of stock.
Wait for that.
That's the spirit. I'm glad this coming back. This right here coming up because I had a snapshot of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the signs of Stockholm syndrome. Typically, individuals that show empathy towards the abuser, offender, their actions or behavior, blaming themselves for the abuse. Some may feel grateful to the perpetrator for allowing them to live. When authorities take action against the abuser, victim may refuse to cooperate or actively try to reduce the abuse.
Yeah.
That's our people.
Right.
So if you tell them the Lord going to destroy them, nah, man, God said to love your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, they got to get, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
You know, just because they live next door to you or whatever, that's not your neighbor. Your neighbor is your fellow Israelite, your brother.
Yeah, they have zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Like, we may not necessarily live next door to each other, but we're neighbors. We're the neighbors that's talking about.
Right.
You know?
Brothers. But just to finish off 41 or 42, and it says, 41, excuse me. And Esau said in his heart and his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Right, Isaac getting ready to pass away.
Yeah.
Like this woman, brother. Isaac, my father, he getting ready to pass away. You know, he up there in age. You know, as soon as my father passed away, we have the ceremony.
Get it on.
Kill this nigga.
Right, exactly.
Get my birthright back. That's always been the MO.
Right.
He's trying to get back what he lost. So he's going to the extent of merging man with machine to keep Jake in the perpetual state of Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
You know, the state that he's in of sin.
Right.
to keep his empire going.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
MOTB.
You know.
That's his MO. It's always been MOTB. It's leading up to that.
Which that ties in with him trying to get back the birthright.
Right.
It's not something he could get back.
Right.
It's set up in the spirit to where it belonged to Jake anyway.
Yeah.
But that's Cain and Abel coming back.
Yeah.
It's Cain slew his brother Abel.
Yeah, that sibling rivalry. And it says, then will I slay my brother Jacob. Basically. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's light, brother. This is Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12, verse 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So he sold his birthright for a morsel of meat. Profane means outside the temple. Yeah, and he can't even get in.
Right.
You know? Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he would have got the birthright. He was rejected. He sold it. He was going to get it. His father told him to go out. He set him up to get it, But then Rebecca told Jacob, "Go in and act like you Esau."
Plan
Supplant his ass.
Yaquan.
You know, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. And that's just not talking about the progenitor Esau. That's talking about Esau and the seed. That's dealing with the whole nation of Esau. None of them can repent. None of them have any place of repentance. You know.
It was Maccabees, Antiochus. That was like a little representation of that. And he was trying to repent. Like, Lord, Lord put the pressure on him. I'm starting to see a lot of
Next
today.
groups, couples,
Yeah.
interracial,
Ain't no two little white boy.
hand joining hand.
Don't catch you in the garbage can somewhere, Jacob's brother.
Yo,
Right.
this is
Got a baby.
this is about to be bad.
Right.
And that day they ain't gonna won't be about Esau, man. Imagine the troops run up on him. You know?
Race wars gonna stop. Gonna pop off too. Oh man. Black women don't got a clue what's about to happen.
Looking for the definition of Esau. See if I can find it.
For red,
Out of one. Okay, there you go. So this is the Zondervan's compact Bible dictionary. When you look up Edom or Edomites, it says Adawam was red, or Ashashua, which means wasted away as he, because he didn't have that pigmentation. You know, he's a perfect leopard. You know, the nation and his people, who were the descendants of Esau, he founded the country, so his name is equated with Edom. The country was also called Seir, or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which the Edomites lived. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgments. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not giving any promise of mercy from God.
Damn.
So they're through. And they know that, and that's why they choose that way. That's why they have that hatred, you know, because they see, look at LeBron James and his son. Man got his son on the team with him.
Right.
Esau mad as hell.
Yeah.
You know, Jake, to see Jake taking over everything,
Right.
you know?
But that's why they'll try to say that that already happened with Esau. Esau is
Already
that's,
done away with.
Yeah. But see, deep down, like the brother said, they know that's them. But they try to, what do they call it? They try to block it out. They try to overlook it and dispel it. You know, that already happened. You know?
That's why they don't want you to believe. They're like, we're not Esau. That's what it goes into that fugitive. Trying to hide himself from who they are.
Yeah.
That's what the whole white thing is about. It's white supremacy. You know, I'm not an Edomite, I'm a white man.
Yeah.
You're a black man, and I'm superior to you.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, like you cut a Christian when they say, oh, you might be done away with. All you gotta do, also, okay, when was done away with? Oh, it was done away back in time with King David and all of them. All you gotta say, also, okay, who was King Herod?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I see why with the Rothschilds they known as the Red Shield.
Yeah.
So they knew they were red. That's why they tried to change it from red to white and from brown to black. You know, or what they call it, a caste system.
Yep.
Colorism.
Yep.
You know?
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 3. Second Esdras chapter 3. I'm going to start at 11. Really, I could start at 1, but I'm going to start at 11. Second Esdras 3, verse 11. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. Because who came from Noah? Shem, Ham, and Japheth. But then through that line Shem came Terah, and then came Abraham. Terah is Abraham's father. And it happened that when they dwelt upon the earth, began to multiply, and had gotten of many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than at first. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Well, his name was Abram, which means exalted father, but then his name got changed to Abraham, which means father of a multitude. The Lord said, I'm gonna multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, talking about the children of Israel. You know? Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou shouldest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. So like the Apostle Torah and the elders are going into, that cuts the hell doctrine. Because if the Israelites, if we were just, I cuss Nate too. Because if we going to die and go to hell, then that's not mercy. That kind of conflicts the promise. Because if we go to hell, we're forsaken, right? How you get out of hell? You just burn that forever.
So he ain't doing that because he's trying to get money. So keep his congregation scared so they won't leave.
So you keep them in fear. So they keep lying in his pockets.
Well, I think it was the Roman Catholics that started that. If you pay, I don't know if it was tithes in itself, but they had it to where they had it to people thinking they can pay their way out of going to hell.
That's what they used the apocrypha for. They said, arms save you from hell or something like forgive all sins.
Yeah.
That's what they use that apocrypha for. They twist that and use that and say, so you got to pay your arm tithes to keep you from going to hell. They forgive all sins. That's not what that means. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Shalom, how about Shem Shabrak Thumb? Are you Akim tuning in? This is Second Esdras chapter 3 at verse 15. And madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And the book of Baruch goes into that. It says we were not brought here for our destruction. Meaning the Lord didn't bring us here to forsake us, but you take your child and you spank him. But after you spank him, you tell him why. You tell him, why I spanked you, what you did wrong, what you need to do right.
And that's what Esau do here, though. He'll throw a man away under the jail and throw away the key and let him rot there.
Was that to make you suffer?
Yeah.
Because we was like Akar, right? Valley Akar, he took the Babylonites garment, all right? And children of Israel went to war. Some of us died and was like, Lord, why you fucking us up? He said, I told y'all not to touch nothing. Come to find out Akar stole the garment.
Right.
So did they lock Akar up in the prison? No, they just put his ass to death and his household on the spot. But when you die, you're at rest.
Yeah.
So what Esau wants to do, he wants to make you suffer as much as possible. That's why he locks the men up around other men, but football numbers,
Right.
allowing them to be moles. He don't care what happened to them up in there.
Yeah.
The food is terrible. Matter of fact, he puts all type of chemicals and shit in the food, estrogenic, to turn men into women. This man, he's a fucking devil, man. He got gay bombs. He wants to torture you.
Yeah. What was that? Warden, and I think it was somewhere in Texas or California, where he dressed the inmates up in pink.
Yep.
I guess he was saying to combat the stealing of stuff from what come on.
He was trying to be. Esau gets off on that though.
Yeah.
They're the Romans. We're talking about the Greeks here. They practice. The Greeks were heavy into nudity. You look at the ancient Greek pottery; it's all sick.
Yeah.
You know, it's all talk homoerotic acts.
Yeah.
That's what they're into, man.
Gymnos.
Which means naked. Which back then, all the sports and everything were actually done in the nude.
Right.
So imagine niggas boxing, but they straight up naked.
Yeah. That's
Or
right.
wrestling, you know?
Yeah.
You grew up
Yeah.
watching that, but they only had what Speedos on.
Yeah.
They're pretty much naked.
Yeah.
But back then, they were literally naked.
Yeah.
To the fact what Jake would do is he would perform what's called an epispasm, which is circumcision in reverse.
So put it back on.
So they put the foreskin back on so they could blend in with Esau, man.
That's crazy. That's disgusting.
Second Esdras chapter 3. At verse 15. And made us an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. So that cuts the hell doctrine, man. We ain't gonna be burdened in hell. You know? It says all Israel shall be saved. You know, I went to see my uncle yesterday, talked to my dad, whatever, and I was just thinking like, damn, you know, if they, you know, they're looking at them like, damn, you know, they don't know what's coming. But, you know, then again, all Israel's gonna be saved, they're gonna be in the kingdom. You know, if we are the elect, our people, they're gonna come back through our loins. So that's part of the gospel too. It's part. Now don't, of course they're gonna die, Jacob's trouble, you know. But the good news that they're gonna come back. You see?
The only thing closest to hell, if you were just to, you know, think outside the box, it would be in Obadiah, the Edomites, being gathered off all together and burned. And you know, but that's the Lord's gonna take them off the face of. There'll be no more into existence.
But even with that, that's mercy, because
Right.
when you die, your spirit goes back to the Father. You can rest.
Right.
When you're in this flesh, you go through pain,
Right.
aches,
Right.
your mind plays tricks on you.
Yeah.
You know?
I get on precept.
Yeah.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 14. Therefore hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure.
So that's going into the grave. The grave is never satisfied. You know? Was what Esau part of the Georgia Guidestones. He wants to keep the population under 500 million. There's over 8 billion people on the planet right now. So that means a lot of people got to die, which is why they're pushing this alphabet agenda so hard. To mutilate your children. They got gender benders reading to your children in schools. They got weird bathrooms. Was this one lady, she's got fired because she complained about a man coming into the women's restroom. Which that's happening every day, but it was like a top, I don't remember, but it was a top business.
Right.
You know, they put it in the news.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this Edomite was telling me they have a thing now in school where they have children that identify as like pets, like cats and dogs. So they have a litter box inside the bathroom where they can go use the bathroom. It's a certain name they call it. He told me like a few months back. I said that's crazy.
Well, that's how they treat J kids.
You know?
You know, these schools, they're real racist. You know, you'd be surprised the information that be coming out, man. Down there in Louisiana, the sick ass teacher, they put bodily fluid in the cupcakes, and gave it to the children.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
This is back in 2nd Esdras 3 at verse 16. And unto him thou gavest Isaac. And unto Isaac, which the Hebrew word there for Isaac is Yatazak, which means laughter. His name is an omen on it, right? Because Sarah laughed when the angel told her you're going to get pregnant. Because she was, you know, sounded like a joke. She's an 80-year-old woman.
Yeah.
You know, somebody tell you you're going to get pregnant, like, I'm old, I can't get pregnant. You know? So, and unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him unto thee, right? The sheep and the goats. I set my sheep on my right hand, and put by Esau. Esau represents the goats, they on the left hand, you know? And so Jacob became a great multitude, which that really started in Egypt, because over 600,000 left Egypt. But then we begin to wax real mighty during the time of David. We begin to conquer more lands, expanding empires. Then that Solomon was really the height of our glory as Israelites. But then after his death, the kingdom split. Then we've been, been getting our ass whooped ever since, really.
I kind of dwelled on what you said yesterday about the goat being more gamey. Even in that, with the sheep, it tastes better, and it's the Most High's favorite animal. You know what I mean? So that even like the littlest things. It could be considered a personal preference, but I do get what you said. Lamb do taste better than the goat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, it doesn't have that gamey, venison type taste.
It's all preference.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the Passover, you can have lamb or goat. And you
Yeah.
wouldn't be going off if you had goat. You might like goat.
Yeah.
But just that representation of the goat in Matthew, I believe it's Matthew 25, the goat is the wicked.
Yeah.
And they called Alexander the he goat in Daniel.
Yeah.
That goes into Esau.
They say we kill a slaughter a goat and cry. But I had a lamb we slaughter it and don't.
This goes into Yahushua, Isaiah 53.
We accept his punishment.
Yeah.
That's what Micah said. My family got to get that.
So Esau right now he's crying. It's like Cain. He got cursed. He's crying. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? So Esau don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? So he's crying. So he trying to go through science to keep himself going alive because it's an end for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't accept his judgment.
And what I was going to say? Lost my damn train of thought.
Yeah. Slaughter it cries. You hear slaughter go mad. It cries. But the lamb does it.
Oh yeah, that's the scripture. They shall complain about ungodly fathers.
Yep.
You want to look that up? Apocryphal stuff. Because Esau, he done done all his wickedness, but now that his judgment is coming, he wants to try to sneak out the back door, which is why they're gonna hide in a deep underground basis in the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah.
Because they want to escape judgment. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, they want to talk all wild shit to you and all that. Act like they want to fight you, but then pull out a gun.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You hide behind that gun. Like the Jake say, take that badge and gun off.
Yep.
And square up.
It's Rock 41-7.
Yep. We done. Oh, I got you.
That's Esau, punk ass, weak ass. They gotta jump you. I mean,
This is Sirach 41, also called Ecclesiasticus 41 and verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. That goes into Esau, going into the heavenly, but it goes into Romans, what we were reading last week. Shall there be unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. I gave you a time to rule. I let you put my people in slavery. But how it says in Isaiah, thou didst show them no mercy. That family did that.
they said he forwarded their affliction.
Forwarded, man. Meaning he went too far.
Overboard. It got good to him. They call it practice. Cracking that when they got good to him. One more.
Apostle Gabar came off with what cracker really means. He said really don't mean that. It goes back to an old wise tale of Scotland. That means a wise crack. Like a lot of Irish people good at butter and comebacks. Like, joke with them, they got a wise crack every time you say something. I got an Irish dude that work out my job is like that. Timothy, he's good at wise cracks. You say something, he got a rebuttal every time. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say they might be someone like Jake. You know what I'm saying? They're good at wise cracks. That's what cracker really came from.
This is Isaiah 47 and verse 6. Isaiah 47 and verse 6. I was wroth with my people. Wrath meaning to be angry. The Most High was very upset because as a nation, we committed spiritual fornication by worshiping other gods. So we're men. So that's the equivalent of you having a wife and your woman is going out getting with another man. So the Lord put us out the land. Because what would you do? You would kick her out the house, you know, and cut her off, you know. But the Most High is calling the elect back, you know, because it says, matter of fact, I got to get it. It says in Jeremiah.
Because it says we went off whoring with all these other idols. You know, the idols.
And before that, the Most High made it a punishment. You know, I'm gonna scatter you, gonna worship other gods.
Right.
In Greeks, they was worshiping Jupiter, Mercury, Zeus, you know, Diana.
Right.
They was worshiping Diana, Ephesus,
Right.
Ishtar.
The creation more than the creator.
Yep. This is Jeremiah chapter 3. Jeremiah 3 and verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's wife, shall he return again unto her? Right, so you have a woman and you put her away. Sex is marriage, right? Sex means to cut. And she go out and another man goes into her. You're not going to want her to come back on and lay with you. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know? And the woman's symbolic of the earth, right? Because you plant your seed in it. He says, shall not that land be greatly polluted, right? Because she could be pregnant, bringing up another man's seed. Also, that DNA from that man is going to always be inside of her forever. It's going to alter her DNA.
Yeah.
So her mannerism, the way she talk, how she acts, going to change because that man's DNA is in it.
Right.
You know?
What my man Tony said, he said, you're polluted. You're polluted. No baby can grow in there. You're polluted.
Literally. Literally, these women are fucking polluted, man.
Right.
It says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, said Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But the Lord allowed us to return back unto him, the elect of our nation, first fruits.
Right.
You know?
Mercy.
Back in Isaiah 47 and verse 6, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Right. And man, the Esau go hard. Never let off the all gas, no brakes. Even unto this day. You know, after slavery, Jim Crow laws, redlining, Red Summer, because our people fought in World War I and II. So they came home and they still face racism, man.
Botch medical experiments, Tuskegee, the air experiments, syphilis, all kind of foul shit.
The war on drugs, prisons.
What do you call that? Intel Pro.
COINTELPRO. The music industry, YouTube, movies.
Right.
There's all sorts of demonic messages when you play music backwards, even in the movies and shit. You know, all that's targeted towards our people, man. You know, to put demons on you. He's constantly casting spells on our people.
Right. Even with the foods that they put in the grocery stores. I think 2 years ago they showed a video on YouTube where there's certain drinks, soft drinks and beers, they be sitting there having something like seance chances over the food, demonic chants on the products, but putting spells on it so make you addicted to it, buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the colors, the red and the yellow for McDonald's, again, yellow represents hunger.
Yep.
You know, what is it? So chemicals, the reds, the red dyes.
Red 40.
Yeah.
Come to find out, they said the dude that owned McDonald's was a satanic person.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's all based off the same thing. They all McDonald's and Disney, they all cahoots with each other. Both Disney got their own Disney. It was all in the same, society.
Wouldn't be surprised because it said they had a Rabbi Finkelstein.
Yeah.
He came out. He said that we put the missing children of Babylon in your McDonald's food.
Right.
So now it's being brought out that people are actually eating humans, but they don't know it.
So
So
I told Jake that. They were like, I don't believe that.
Jake could look at you like you crazy.
But then they say that's what they put inside the jump shot.
Yeah. They put all type of stuff in there.
Yeah.
The list is fucking recent.
Right.
Yeah, like you said, the sins of Babylon reached to heaven. That's how many ingredients was in that damn batch. They had some type of light from a blood from a shellfish, all type of stuff up in there, man. And recently, I believe he was a tennis player or soccer player. He dropped mid game. Boxer dropped mid fight.
Yeah.
So
Somebody just died recently.
people are still dropping from that shit.
And they take the female's placenta when she gives birth. It's worth a lot of money. It takes like 50 grand.
As soon as she gives birth, they take that shit and they do what they do with it.
Yeah.
You know, whether they eat it or they sell it. You know,
Stem cells.
they put it in food products too.
Yeah.
I believe it's in all Pepsi products. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy yoke. You know, he had to go against the elderly because they're the ones who teach the next generation. So he really destroyed them. And he tried to do it to us. But when we were coming up, we had all types of shots and shit we had to get.
Inoculation.
Yep, it's through the grace of Yahweh Shem Shai that we still here, man. You know, because it's double all Planned Parenthood. You know? We could have put it in, demons could have hopped on our moms to, you know, but the Lord allowed us to be here, man. Verse 7. Actually, let me read the ledger right here. Isaiah 47 and verse 6 in the ledger, it says, I'll read it verbatim. It says, God has used Babylon as a tool of his anger against Judah. Right? But we know now it applies to Esau and America as Babylon the Great. Right? God has used Babylon as a tool of his anger against Judah, or the Israelites. Babylon's yoke is an image of their political dominance over Judah. But Babylon overplayed its hand and sought his own glory. Esau overplayed his hand and sought his own glory, not realizing that his pride would lead to retribution. So he got to pay for what he did unto us, man. You know, for going further than he should have. You know? You got something? Okay. This is This is Zechariah chapter 2. The water. Appreciate you, brothers. Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye. So when Esau touched us, he touched the apple of the Most High's eye, man. You know, he overplayed his part. He for the affliction, he went too far, and he didn't just touch any people. He touched the Most High's chosen people. And you think he's gonna get away with that? Hell no, man. You know. Then you got the elect down here continuously sighing and crying to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. There's no way you're gonna get away with it. There's no escape from Esau, man. All right, because the men that are down here, the Most High is going to wake them up as sleeper cells. They're going to get spiritual power. You got Leviathan in the sea, which more videos are coming out about Leviathan. You got the chariots in the sky. They're the Space Force. You know, so even though we don't have a military like Esau, we do have Yahweh Shem Shai and the angels, which far outnumber whatever Esau got.
Where it says more of us than are with you, with them.
Yep, I'm gonna get that.
But see, this, remember I was telling you yesterday, the day before, that's what a vain man, a carnal man thinks, like the Muslim brother I was telling you about. He was saying one of our biggest mistakes, like coming out of slavery, building up like Tulsa, Oklahoma, was that we didn't establish a military. But I said, there's a reason for that. Or it said would be no might in our hand.
Yep, nobody would save us.
Yeah.
You know?
We can't save ourselves. So, but Jake and these wayward religions like Islam and whatever.
5%er and
yeah, they think that, you know, their God, like Joseph said. He said, damn, he said, I'm in prison with all these gods. Like, why the hell Esau, we kept Esau got us locked up in here. We God. Well, we are, but, you know, how he was saying, you know.
That goes into, you know, the reason why Tulsa, Oklahoma fell, because even though we was flourishing, the Lord was still angry with us because they were still in church, Christianity, worshiping angels. You know what I'm saying? Idols and shit. So of course we ain't gonna never flourish when you still in sin.
well, they were still trying to be like Esau too. The man with permanent hair and shit. Then that movie Malcolm X, when he first, you know, he was permanent hair and shit.
Yeah.
But then he met him, he had some type of revelation, but he had some type of self-love.
Okay.
So he said, I'm not, he said, fuck that, I don't want to look like Esau.
Yeah.
My hair is fine where it is.
Yeah.
So people back then, the men, how the women have that blonde shit, the men would try to make their hair look like Esau.
Yeah.
Nah, men don't do that. I mean, you still have niggas that have blonde hair and that, but the majority of Jake don't do that.
Yeah.
It's the woman that that envy their oppressor.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it was when he was in prison.
Yeah.
He started to read more.
Yep.
Then he realized, like, yeah, like, we're destroying ourselves, calling ourselves ugly to look like the white man, our oppressor, straight hair. That's when he started to, you know, change up his, but it says you should know a man by the way he dressed.
Yep, by his gait, how he walk, talk, dresses,
You know?
apparel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's even to this day, because our people, they go so far as cake soaping, which that's big down there in the Caribbean, the islands, Benjamin, Jamaicans. They bleach their skin. Vibes Cartel, very big reggae artist, dancehall.
Yeah.
Cake soap, now he looks lighter.
What's the baseball player?
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa did the shit. Looked like a fucking pink eight.
He like a Frankie Berry.
It looked like the Napoleon ice cream, different shades. That's our people, man. They were into self-hatred, even going back to the Greeks. Greeks reverse circumcision. You know, they sued the fucking foreskin back on to fit in with Esau, man. That's self-hatred, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get bring this up with the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy that now our oppressor, choose none of his ways.
Right, learn not the way to eat. Don't try to be like him. Don't eat like him. Don't smoke. Well, Esau smoked cigarettes. He made that cool. Made being naked cool. Showing off your woman, having your woman naked. You know. The American dream. 2 children and a dog and a house with a fence. Which now is a nightmare because ain't nobody here, nobody making it, man. Everybody you see, they have to work damn near every day to make ends meet.
Yeah. That's what I told this brother. I was getting trained on my little job here, and every Edomite that this devil was taking me around that he knew was complaining about, well, for one, they all was still renting. Like, these are like younger people, somewhere in their mid-30s. But all of them are renting. Nobody's owning homes, but they're complaining about how high the rent is. They're trying to work on their credit scores, and shit was a mess. I was like a fly on the wall. I'm like, oh, tell me more.
Yep. Yep. Call lawyer about some
Oh,
because now the curses that were on us are that, because we're under grace,
yeah.
but our people, they under curses.
Yeah.
But the believers, we're under grace.
Right.
We still catch hell and shit, but
Yeah.
curses of Deuteronomy 28, they being transferred on Esau.
Yeah. Or like the scripture you brought out earlier, the people mourning on the unrighteous
ruler. Like Biden, demonic ass. They people are pissed off because he's the president of this country, but he's in a distorted state. He don't know where he at half the time. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Right.
So just imagine if elections don't go, if this man gets back in office and people got to deal with another 4 years of him,
Right.
people gonna lose it.
Right.
People are already losing it, man. People are losing it. I saw this one video, I think it was last month. This Issacharite Mexican guy, he ran to get some liquor, right? But he didn't have enough money to buy it. So he said, fuck it. He went outside, went in the traffic, just started shooting at random cars.
Oh, I seen that.
And he just bugged out and lost it.
Yeah.
You know?
He couldn't get his medicine.
But it says give strong drink unto him that's ready to perish. So he probably really needed a drink.
Yeah.
But he didn't get it, he just snapped.
And you know what? These Arabs and all that, you'll be going there faithfully. You be sure a nickel. That happened to me as a kid. I needed some milk. And I asked the Arab, I said, hey, I'm short. I don't know how much it was. Maybe $1, less than $1. He talking about, no, he couldn't do it. But I was pissed the fuck off. I'm like, yo, I come here all the fucking time. You mean, I probably was maybe, you know what I'm saying? I probably was maybe 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. I was young though.
What up, Otis? They go
Yeah.
Otis right there. They go your people.
Oh, what up, George?
All right, they go fam right here.
That's
What up,
George.
brother?
What up, George?
That's Otis right there.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. And the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So all the curses of Deuteronomy 28 is being poured on his ass. And call law Ba'ashem Yahushai. Esau is, they're committing Edomites east side, offering themselves, offering their children. A lot of them are homeless. While on the flip side of that, you got a lot of Jakes that are actually doing way better than Esau. Whether they got a little YouTube channel like this nigga Anton Daniels, podcast set up or whatever. But for the most, they don't know that the society is going down, but they still, the Most High got them doing better than Esau. You know? Which says a lot, because he has a complete head start.
Yeah.
You know, and Jake still rises to the top.
What they call them, two-time losers. What's your excuse?
Yep. This is 2 Kings chapter 6. Probably get a few more scriptures. I had in slavery in a bit. 2 Kings chapter 6. And start at 14. 2 Kings 6 and 14. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant, the man of God, was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? Because he saw the intimidation of this military surrounding their city. So imagine now, look outside your window, mass troops and shit. helicopters and shit, you know. And he answered, "Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." Just like that angel from the Los Angeles camp manifested himself, you know, just letting brothers know that we out here, we with y'all.
Right.
No, he did that salute and dipped off, you know.
That's a Jake salute too. That's how we do it too. Like,
So even right now, the angels of the Lord encamp around about them that fear him and deliver them. If you fear the Most High, you're going to keep his commandments, you're going to do what he say do. Which is why we're out here, but we also are here to show our faith too. Because that by faith shall we be saved and justified, you know. It says, and Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see." That's all the Lord got to do. They're there right now. All the Lord got to do is just open our eyes and let us see. You know? And that happens from time to time. You got brothers got the chariots on cam. I caught some outside my house. You know, I did a lesson on it. I don't know if the video stayed up about a couple of years ago, but I had went out to late one night to catch some fresh air, and I saw like 2 chariots. So I had issues with my asthma, so I couldn't really breathe. So I couldn't sleep, so I just went outside for some air, and I looked up, like 2-3 chariots. You know? So they be out there, man.
I think Prodigy, one of his last interviews, he was saying he was asking for an answer from a higher power. You know, he was asking the Lord to reveal to him if it's real or not. He said it was at nighttime. I forgot where it was. It was LA or New York. But he got up and he saw some lights outside, the blinds. He pulled open the blinds and he saw what you would consider a UAP, UFO. And that was good enough. He said, he said from there on out he believed. He said his girl saw it too.
yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
It was in New York.
Yeah.
Jake has a zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah.
No, but Jake actually found out that those are the angels,
Yeah.
and those angels are so-called black men. Y'all happy that'll make him super happy.
Yeah.
You know? Even that story you was telling me about how he saw it, then he saw the same one years later.
There you go.
You know?
Same exact moment. I told you that.
2 Kings 6, verse 17. And Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see." With that Los Angeles camp, the Most High open all our eyes and let us see. No, that's powerful, man.
And I still, I think about that to this day until I see that video. Man. I gotta watch that again.
Yep, that's a huge faith. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So all the chariots are just right above them, protecting them. You know?
The angels look like Malak. And the California.
Yeah, that's crazy. Beard. The beard though. That's funny.
But yeah, but that's crazy, that story of Elijah, because he had prayed to the Lord to take him, because he said, they have killed your prophet, they seek my life now. So that was mercy. The Lord translated Elijah up with the chariots, but he asked for that, and the Lord granted him, that. When I read that, I said, that's crazy, because he had asked the Lord to, please take him from here, and then he ended up doing it, and left Felicia with twice the
Spirit.
birth,
The spiritual power.
Yeah.
Because they both had spiritual power.
Yeah.
But then Elisha started to do greater things.
Yeah.
Because that's what Yahweh Shai said about his men. The things you saw me do, you don't do them greater.
Right.
So it's all set up and it's all spiritual.
But the beauty of that, though, Elijah came back as John the Baptist.
Yep.
So he had to go through that death. He had to die. And he came back as John the Baptist.
And there's this show called The Chosen. Now the cast they could be Jakes, but they look like Esau. But they could be, you never know, they could be Jakes. But in the show, it shows you John the Baptist, right, in prison, and he quoted that scripture in Isaiah. He came to set the prisoners free. So in his mind, he thought, oh shit, I'm gonna get out. No, because that's what the scripture said. He came to set the captives free. And that's why they said the servants of John came to the Lord and said, are you the one? It's because John in prison, like, damn, man, why you didn't get me out yet? Now understanding that he had to go through that death of being beheaded, you know, which is Revelation 20, you know. This is Isaiah 31 and verse 5. It reads, as birds flying, so will Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua host defend Jerusalem. Also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. So going into the chariots. You know, the second Exodus is going to be so great because it's going to involve the chariots revealing themselves, man. To the point where men's heart are going to fill them for fear. They're going to think they're on an alien invasion. Yahweh Shai is going to make a grand return. Mr. World War III is going to destroy their armies. And at the same time, deliver his elect. You know?
Grand finale.
Yes, we had the good part of the movie, man.
That's back in Code 316. To come on to the people, should obey them for his truth.
Bring that out, Brother Shaw. You guys want to talk about the horns in his hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not think that's another scripture.
Okay. I'm bringing this one out in Matthew, then you bring that up. This is Matthew 24 and verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And that's Yahweh Shai with the chariots. You know, we're not saying we know the day of the hour, but the signs are definitely there. You know, like there's always signs. You know, there's signs of a kingdom collapsing. We're seeing them right now. The dollar's collapsing, people are losing it. The same reasons Rome fell are the same reasons why America is falling. And a lot of it is what how you say it, the demoralization of society. The fact that men are dressing up as women and vice versa shows you that this is the end of the society. You cannot keep a society going without men and women procreating.
Yeah.
It's common sense.
Well, that's what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. It got so, like the sins have reached up to heaven. The Lord took notice of it now. Like,
Some bullshit.
what was that? Or was it Lot?
Yeah,
Lot was pleading like Moses not to, like, can you find 50 men? You know, 10?
Well, Abraham.
It was Abraham. You know, so this is what this place is becoming now.
Right,
Yeah, more decay.
and Lot, Abraham knew his nephew was there.
Yeah,
You know, and Lot had to be sighing and crying too,
yeah,
because he told the angels, look, you don't want to go up in there.
yeah.
I don't even want to be here.
Right.
You know, but Lot had his wife and his daughters. So the angel came and took Lot, his wife, and his daughters, but his wife, dumbass, looked back. That's why it says remember Lot's wife.
Yeah.
You know, showing you that a lot of the women, they're not really with us, and they're not going to make it.
Yeah.
You know.
You're right, Steve. It's back in 3-4. That's
Okay.
Likeness. It's horns.
Talk about the lasers.
Laser beams.
This is that goes with this too. This is Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So they're going to see Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Matthew 24 and 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect, the chosen, that's the 12,000 from each tribe, 144,000, but then you have also the 1/3, you know, and when they're called up. Matter of fact, let's see if I have it. All right. This is Revelation chapter 11. Revelation 11 and verse 12. I'm reading out the G&T, Good News Translation. Revelation 11 and 12, Good News Translation. Then the two prophets which heard a loud voice say to them from heaven, that's going into the two kingdoms, all the elect, 12 tribes. Come up here, that's them getting translated. As their enemies watched, that's Wisdom of Solomon 5. You know, their enemies beheld them, you know. And they went up into heaven in the clouds, so the elect are going to get taken up out of here. Because if you're in America, the only escape, if you're not a martyr, will be by the chariots. Because the destruction that's coming is going to be a nuclear destruction, which is why you have all these nations that are beating their plowshares into swords, or taking their money and putting it into nuclear technology. Okay, because this war to end all wars is going to be a nuclear war. You know, it says at that very moment there was a violent earthquake. A tenth of the city was destroyed. The 10 going into the complete. So the whole Babylon the Great is going to be nuked. And the earth, when the nukes hit, it's going to cause the earth to roll to and fro like a drunkard. It's going to cause the earthquake. You know, you got to imagine the volcano eruptions. There are nuclear plants already here. The chain of reactions that's going to happen.
The tsunamis, the tectonic plates shifting. What he said, the earth shall rock back and forth like a drunkard.
Yep.
That's crazy. Right, Jeff?
Yep. It says, and 7,000 people were killed, a complete number, meaning everybody, if they make it that far. Because you gotta remember, you gotta make it to the famine, you gotta make it to the camps, you know, they should get fired. Yep, all of that, man. Cannibalism.
Not even zoos. All them animals coming out that zoo. You're gonna be seeing lions, tigers,
and the prisons.
Oh yeah.
Animals in the prisons too.
They gonna get out too.
Yeah.
Prisoners gonna get out too. They gonna come in the city. They gonna start terrorizing people too.
I had a few dreams about animals running loose and shit like in the neighborhood. I was like, yo, everybody ran into my house. Yo, they got tigers outside.
even damn. I just saw a video of this rapper Slim Thug. He got attacked by a bird. That's spiritual though. The Most High, they got this movie, old movie, that is called Birds. Lord gonna do that.
Well, he said the fowl of the air shall eat. Shall be a feast. Should be a great feast.
Yep. Back in Matthew 24 and 30. Matthew 24, verse 30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That goes with Wisdom of Solomon. They shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation. They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Them niggas?
You know? And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven, even unto the other. 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and put it forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. So when you see the earthquakes, wars, rumors of wars, uproars of the people, the fragments of the persecution, the Israelites being persecuted, you know we're here. I'm getting ready to return. That's why he said, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You know?
Salvation is nearer than you think.
35, it says, 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all these things be fulfilled. So it's going to happen in this lifetime. You know, it says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. You got that? Rebecca, still got that?
Oh, yeah.
We can end it there. It's beautiful to see this place fall.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, while you're getting that,
I got it.
let me get this precept real quick. This is Sirach 25 and 7. Sirach 25 verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So we're living to see the fall of our enemy and the uprising of our government, our world, the harmonious arrangement, which is the elect. It's going to be the kings, judges, priests, and the kingdom to come. You know, because the kingdom is just going to be translated. Because wealth, all that's never lost, it's just translated. So all our wealth, Esau got it now. Stole it from us.
Right.
You know?
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 16. When I heard my belly tremble, my lips quiver at the voice of rottenness entered into my bones.
Right, and that's the fear. Because what did Edris say? He said, woe is me who shall deliver me in those days. This is going to, in the KJV Revelation 11, it said the remnant were frightened. So when they got beamed up, they were like, oh shit, that could have been easy.
Psalms 91 too.
Yep.
Down to the right and the left.
Yep.
It won't come near me.
Yep.
And myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops.
So invade them with the troops, meaning with the chariots, man. You know?
That's what you get your space invaders and all that, movies and all that.
That's why Esau has a space force. He thinks he's going to fight against Well, he's going to be afraid, but the Most High is going to durst his ass to fight. And then he's going to destroy his ass, man.
Right.
You know, it's also our deliverance. But, brother's good?
Yep.
Okay. So with that, I pray this was an edifying camp. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mekar Double honors to our apostle elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.